Today I'm here to check out a culvert pipe. I tried doing it in the winter time, but the snow drift was just so deep. Because you see the valley here, the wind blows through here really fast and it caused a snow drift that was probably filling in this whole thing even with the tracks. So you couldn't tell where the deep spots were. But anyways, years ago, when they built this road, there was a little stream running through this valley. In order to put the road in, they had to get rid of the stream. So they put the stream under the road inside of a culvert right here. I am wearing cleats just in case it gets slippery inside of this thing, because it does go downhill. The other end of this thing is about 100 feet lower. And I also know we can't go out the other end. Okay, you see this? Easy access. In the winter time, the snow was like to the top of that wall. Drifting snow. That was probably in January. Right now, today is May 20th, 2020. Almost June. I was just filming in Massachusetts a couple days ago, and they already have all their lathes completely. It's still pretty cold up here. Now this looks pretty cool. I've been waiting months to come see this. Right here is just regular storm water. It's a mountain, there's always water seeping into the system. Water's pretty cold, I can feel it. You see all the end there is deteriorated down to rebar. That's because of road salt. Actually, a matter of fact, up the entire pipe is like that. Look at that, you can see like halfway storm drains are dumping, and that's just mountain runoff and stuff. All the highest mountain peaks still have snow, probably above 3,000 feet. There was actually a snowstorm here. I don't know the date. It was on Mother's Day. Right here we have a train bridge. Now this would be considered a bridge, not a culvert, because it has a floor. Just look at those really deep dynamite marks they drilled down to blast. Alright. It's about 4 feet tall in here. Never mind. The entrance is 4 feet tall. Now I can stand up. That is awesome. It's a good thing I brought cleats. I knew something like this was going to happen. I hear a big waterfall down there. And if this thing, swift moving water, I don't want to get dragged. That is why I have cleats. They are 100% necessary. What does this look like to everybody? Does this look like just concrete, or it looks corrugated to an extent? It's pretty cool. 25 feet. So this is 25 feet until the end. You see how the end like slopes down like that? I don't know what the reason behind that is. Is there a vent on the ceiling? It might be to allow air in. Nah, that would be stupid, even thinking that. Is that a frog? It's a frog. Actually, this pipe is... I can see a glimmer of light at the end. Water's moving faster. We are at 50 feet. We are at 75 feet. Ceiling is about maybe 6.5 feet. I'm 6'1", and I can almost comfortably stand. I don't want to stand completely because I don't want to rub up against the spiders all over the ceiling. And we have 2 frogs right there mating. We are at 125 feet. Oh, wow. I can hear a motorcycle rumbling over me. I must be under the road at this point. Although, I don't think this is technically under the road. It's like under the breakdown lane or something. We'll get a view of on top of it afterwards. During the winter, there is a waterfall coming out of the end of this. I'm going to show it. I don't think we can get out. 175. The water is now slowing down. I've seen this in systems before. It starts speeding up, then they purposely put a small dip in the pipe to make it slow down. At this point, there are no spiders, but the friction of the water against the air actually does make a draft. So there's no chance of methane gas or anything building up in a pipe such as this. You have a constant suction of new air coming in here, and also this end is a lot lower. That temperature difference also makes that. We are at 225 feet. And also, this is pretty nice in here. You see, there's no rotten material. You need rotten material to rot and release gases. I did not even bring my gas detector today because, just like I'm saying, I figured it wouldn't be needed. Now, what do we have up here? The pipe is getting really narrow. That must be during storm surge to help slow it. We are at 275. Okay, this is loud. We might not be able to go past whatever this is. We're at 300 feet. Now that is definitely corrugated, what I'm looking at. Oh, it does keep going. I thought this glimmer of light was the end. It's not. That glimmer of light you're seeing is actually a storm drain up above. Now it's really loud here. Let's see the situation. We got 2 more frogs right there mating. 325. I guess we can keep going. The water going over the corrugated is actually loud. That is actually making noise. Look, at you see how it goes? You know what the engineers are probably assuming? Right here, it's a big pipe. It's going slow. But as it speeds up, you can get more water through a smaller pipe. What is that? Somebody's reusable shopping bag. It's a good thing I brought my ice cleats. I can tell this would be really slippery without them. Water is moving really fast. I cannot even hear myself think. It is so loud. I am not slipping at all, just so you know. But if I do start slipping, I am going to turn around. If you spent any amount of time in here, I have a feeling this would make you deaf. It is so loud. The pipe is so shiny, it makes my camera light. It's awesome how well this is showing up. Maybe this is the waterfall I was hearing on the other end. It is really loud. Just so you know, I can't get traction on this. I'm getting traction against this and have one every foot or so. The wind is so powerful. There's a lot of wind in here. But thankfully, it's a warm day. Now there's something up here. I just tilted to the side. I cannot even see the light up there. This thing is so long. I wish I still had the markings on the wall to know how far I am, but they didn't add them this far. Just checking to make sure my cleats are on tight. We're going around a corner, probably a 30-degree bend, just about. Remember, we are going down a mountain. That is why it's getting faster. But the corrugated pipe, I think this is the fastest it's going to go, unless we start getting steeper. I better not drop anything, but I would not be getting it back. What's that? Piece of somebody's bumper. How did that get in here? Yeah, the spiders would not live in here because it is so loud, windy. What is that? Ceiling up. I still cannot see any daylight at the end. This is quite an adventure. A lot more exciting than I thought it would be. Still, I am not slipping one bit. These ice cleats are amazing. Oh, I can see daylight down there. Well, but it's really steep before it. I don't know about that. See that light at the end? We're almost out. I estimate this pipe to be maybe 2,000 feet. About, I'd say. Because before we got to the corrugated part, we were already at about 400. This is the steepest downhill culvert I have ever been in. By far. And I am now in the steep section. My cleats are holding on. We're going through it. Suddenly just got a lot faster, but I am still holding on. What is that? A piece of wood. At first it looked like a shoe. Just imagine if I didn't have these boots, we would not have made it past the concrete section. This is super duper loud. Against my feet. Whoa! But I can see the end. It's actually stagnant down there. Once again, I am not slipping at all. All against those flat edges. The round edges, forget about it. If it was all round, we wouldn't be doing this. This looks like a really high quality metal culvert. It looks like it's galvanized. As a precaution, I'm walking even further to the edge to increase my traction. Because every foot I lift up, it wants to lift me. total darkness. I can't see where I came from. Hopefully the boogeyman doesn't show up, or whatever. The water is once again slowing down. The super steep part is now over. There's some kind of pool here. That pool is underground, but I see light. So hopefully we can get out. These red markers mean something. Maybe every 50 feet. I'm not sure. I hope we can get out here. It looks pretty deep. If we can't, we're walking back. And I'm going to have to fight the current. Not a big deal. My back is going to be hurting after this. This pipe is only like 4 feet tall. We're not going. I was right. There is a waterfall there. So we're going to make our way back. I am now fighting the current. I am not slipping one bit, but it sure is tiring. It took 17 minutes to get this far. I bet it'll take longer to get back. We will walk to the other side just so I can show you. That means there's water behind that wall. I'm actually getting my pants wet. Water's moving so fast, it's spilling over. I still can't see daylight yet. Nope, not yet. But good news, the steep part is now over. Well, I'm actually getting really wet here. This is quite a workout. I love doing this. There's a piece of wood. Finally, I am out of the steep area. Still can't see daylight yet. I can no longer see the light behind me either, which is a good sign. We're making progress. Just look at me, fighting this water. We're now at that, I think I said it was a 40-degree bend, maybe 30 degree. As soon as I go around that, I should be able to see the daylight again. Yep, I can see daylight down there, right around the corner. Piece of a car bumper again. Oh, another stretch. I can really feel this in my lower back, walking like this. I would love to set up a camera and show you how I'm walking through this, but it's impossible to set up a camera in here. This would knock over the tripod. I just heard a big noise. It's cars driving over this. I can hear the vibrations, and I actually got back through this faster than it took to get down there. Oh, another stretch. You see this right here? 50 more feet, and the heavy-duty current stops. Got a bag back. We'll see in a minute. Finally! Oh, I can stretch and stand up again. Oh, that feels so nice to be able to just stand up in here. Look at the frogs again. Oh. What does it not even say the store name? Just says tomato. Hannaford. Huh. It's all ripped. We'll throw it out. It's so easy to walk through this. The water's like twice as deep, but it's not fighting yet. 250 feet until the end. Well, I definitely got to get something to drink after this. Quite the workout. You know what? You can actually see a glimmer of light down there, right? We determined that to be a manhole, right? It's not all a manhole. I can see it coming up. It's actually the reflection of this down on the shiny culvert. That's part of it. I'm sure if I came back here on a hot summer day, when this thing is like pretty much dried up, we could probably go through the whole end. But I'm going to go around right now and just determine how big the waterfall is. I did not want to get close to it. Now, down there, just so it's clear, I did not slip on that pipe at all. The cleats were just amazing. I do not encourage anybody to try this themselves. This is by far potentially the most dangerous culvert I've ever been in. Today's a nice sunny day. There's no chance of a big flash flood, but all it takes down there is one slip and you might not get caught on there again. Who knows, at the end of that, it might drop into a big pool. But there's also a lot of that sharp metal that I was gripping on. Alright, we can shut our lights off. Finally. Take a look at this. This is how far the water was splashing up on me. This high. It was hitting me so fast that it was going halfway up my body. As you can see, almost 7 feet tall. I'm glad it wasn't this shortness the whole way. Getting pretty deep here. Finally, sunlight. See, most of the river is coming from this way. Right, here we are on the top. This is what's on top of it. You see it goes under the road next to the breakdown lane, like I was saying. It definitely doesn't go between. I'm sure they didn't bore underneath those rocks. Now right here is a train track, but it's only seasonal. That's why the track is all rusted up. Look over there. There's still snow. That's how deep some of the snow drifts were. Wow, the road salt really eats away at the track right next to it. See the water dribbling off the mountain? They put that net up in case of a rock slide. This is the water coming out of the other side. Just take a look at how steep of a hill that thing is coming down. It's right over in here. Yep, you see there is a big waterfall in there. Let's go walk down there. Oh, there's actually a trail. Other people go down here. That makes it a lot easier. There's still a bunch of snow. All right. Wow, there's so much mist. See that wall there? That wall is to stop it from coming out of here too fast. And those blocks on the ground. Those blocks on the ground is to slow it down. Those are like chairs. That would be an awesome place in a hot day. The mist in there is nice. And the water around here is so clean. That bag is actually helpful. I'm carrying some things in it, even though it has a broken handle. Thanks for watching. At this place here in the summertime especially, a lot of moose hang out. But you gotta be here usually early in the morning because they don't like people. People just scare them away. In summertime I tried walking down right here and last winter I tried walking down here, but I couldn't because the snow drift was so deep I couldn't tell where the water line was, and for all I know the water could be over my head. Obviously it's not. Right now it's up to my knees where I'm walking. Nice clean water. Looks like somebody was fishing here. I see part of a fishing rod. I doubt they'd find anything worth keeping. It's now above my knees. I'm trying to walk through this thing and I don't think I'm going to be able to. It actually did get really deep. Maybe over on this edge. Looks a little more shallow. Nope, we're not going to be able to do it. I just wanted to get in here and show this. Look how they built the bridge. See all that? That's a whole bunch of train rails all lined up next to each other with concrete poured over it. All train rail. Okay, there's even a bird's nest right there. In one of my previous videos, I showed some baby birds that were in one of those nests stuck to a culvert wall.